Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to my next episode on the Welsknight Patreon server. This is Mar, and I have been pretty busy this week. I've done a lot of work. So we've got a lot of new things to take a look at. Now, when we left off in the last episode, we started working on our cathedral. Well, the cathedral's done. In fact, a lot of work has been done, like I said. So let's get at this and take a look at what we've got going here. So, as you can see, we've got the cathedral up here. I've also put down andesite pretty much in all of the areas that we are going to build in, and I spent all of last evening building up all of these walls and towers right here. I have a grand sweeping staircase. I originally was going to put it over here. I changed my mind and decided to put it centered on the cathedral. So we can come up here, and there's our cathedral. Let's take a look inside, because we were building this together last episode, and I want to share what I ended up coming up with on the interior. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and I like how I have like little alcoves up there with the fire, the decorative hoppers. I wasn't sure what to do with this wall here. I ended up just leaving it blank. I wish that there were like paintings that were like 5 wide maybe, but I think they're all like odd or even numbered widths, but still I think it's pretty good there. It is completely spawn proof. There on top of all these beams there are a whole slew of buttons. I mean, because you're not going to be able to get up there anyway, so putting in the buttons doesn't, you know, take away from the decor at all. Outside we've got these little like miniature garden type things with fountains in the middle. And I built a whole bunch of houses pretty much all the way around the cathedral. So we've got a little house over there, we've got a little bit of trees and these lantern type things just to add extra lighting. I did some path blocks to make it look like there was something of a path, that the ground was a little broken up, I guess. Now, one thing to note, all of these houses that we're about to take a look at, none of them really have any interiors. I started a small interior here with this table, but pretty much the only thing inside of each house is torch spam to keep it spawn proof and a crafting bench. If I end up having time, I'll come back and decorate them all. Some of them are kind of cramped as well. This one is very small. And it's not even the smallest one. I think we've got some that are pretty even more cramped than that one, I think. Some of them I also added like a little garden type thing with a walkway up to the door. There's nothing really behind any of them, just empty space pretty much, which could be a good thing, like, because there will be a world download, so I'm sure people will end up downloading it, and maybe some of you guys will end up, you know, coming over and checking the place out. So leaving some space might be a good idea, just for other people to, you know, add their flair to it, I guess. I tried to make each house different. Some of them most of them are just one story. Some of them, I think there's like 2 or 3 that have an upstairs. But I tried to keep each one looking different. We also have this here graveyard. So we got either like little burial mounds, which it would be much nicer if we had slab dirt, like dirt slabs or something like that. And others I put on these like tombstone type things. We got some flower pots in here. There's nothing really on the other side of this wall here other than some benches, which I think I like the effect it gives with the hedges and the benches in front of them and everything. And I put vines on there as well. And then we can come over here, and I think this is one of the bigger houses. I don't think I did 2 stories, but it is one of the larger ones. You got a room on both sides over here. Let's see, what else have we got? It was interesting. I was trying to get a nice big tree like this. I ended up going and watching a tutorial, I think by Exuma, from probably 5 years ago, and it still works. So I managed to get this giant oak here because I wanted something to fill this space here. I was trying to avoid completely blocking off these towers, so I didn't want to plop a house right here, but I needed something to help provide lighting. And actually, even with all this lighting around, there were still areas that were spawnable. So right here and right here, it was still spawnable. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do path blocks, and that's where I got the idea to do path blocks. We've got also a little walkway here. Now this one actually has like a private garden type thing. If you come through that door and then, whoops, hello. And then out this one, you've got this like private, closed-in garden-y area here. And then we can come back out and take a look at, what is it, the last house over here? I actually built this house and then shifted it over by like 2 blocks because it was too close to something else. It's very small interior, so I mean on the one hand that means that if we did end up doing the interiors, it'd be pretty easy because there's not a lot of room for decoration. And that's pretty much it for the for this more high. I don't know really how to describe it, like high-end part of the base, like residential area maybe, because we've got the farms over there, we've got the more fancy areas with the cathedral and the houses, and then we're gonna have this area down here. Now, it took a lot of dark oak to do like if we come up here. Oh, come on, nope, there we go. I mean, this is a pretty big roof, and these roofs, the houses may be small, but there was a lot of dark oak that went into doing their roofs as well. So I'm almost broke as far as dark oak is concerned, and we've got potentially, I'm gonna put that out here, we potentially have as little as 2 weeks left before the server tours. So I'm assuming, that's just my own assumption, if we're resetting June 15th, and we want to get the tours out before the end of May so that, you know, newcomers have a chance to subscribe to Wells and join in with the season start, then that kind of means we have to do the tours before the end of May as well, you know, like just to make sure everybody can, you know, get a look at what things were like this season. So the end of May is not that far away, so I'm thinking we're probably looking at about 2 weeks before it all goes down, basically. So trying to get all this done in that time frame is not going to be easy. But I use so much dark oak, I don't really have time to go chopping more trees. I do have some normal oak, though. And as you can see, way over there, the farmhouse, we did an oak roof. So I think I may use oak wood to do the roof for the area in here, which also helps serve to separate, like, the dark oak is more fancy compared to the more worn down effect that the normal oak has. So that's kind of what I'm thinking I'll probably end up doing. And I have plenty of spruce, and that's good because I've been using that for the walls and everything. But this is pretty much all I've done for the area around the cathedral. Now, I did, come on, Elytra, stop that. There we go. I added a bell up here with gold blocks, and there's torches in there too, and I just really love how it just really lights up the area. If we come up here, maybe. Elytra, cut it out. There we go. Come on. Don't do this to me. My internet's been, oh, there we go. My internet has been crazy today. Trying to get connected it took about half an hour. Oops, there we go. Ouch. I hope I don't die. But yeah, the bell tower up there, I really like how that turned. Ouch, yeah, that's a lot of hearts. And I was really delayed. I liked how the bell tower turned out up there. I wasn't sure if I could pull it off and make it look realistic, but I think I've achieved it pretty well. And then we have this here. I initially tried magma blocks and did not like how that looked, so I swapped it out for redstone lamps. It's really noisy here with the water. I have been, like I said, working on the wall segments here all the way around. I did not actually finish this wall segment here. I'm not quite sure how I am going to connect it to the lower railing around the marketplace here. So I'm still gonna have to figure out something here. But what I do want to do today in this episode is build a blacksmith shop, because we've got the iron farms here, and currently all the stuff collects in a chest down there, and I keep on running the risk of having it overflow because I forget to check it, because there's only one chest, so it's not a lot of overflow protection. Not that it really matters because we're about to hit the end of the season, but you know, still in case people want to download the season or download the world and camp out at my base. I want to try and make sure that things are well protected and everything. So I think what we should do is build a blacksmith shop probably right around here, to be honest, and then reroute the, because right now it's just dropping straight down there and just sitting pretty much directly underneath the center of the farms. But I think what I want to do is route it over here and into a larger collection area. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a blacksmith, like I said, and I have one in mind. I have a picture picked out and everything, and we're just kind of going to do it on the fly. And then I'll just, if we end up going super long, I'll just have to chop some bits out to make the episode fit. So let's get some resources out here. We got my shulkers here. I've been trying to keep them nice and clean. Now, do I have... Okay, so we got some oak, some spruce. Good. We're going to need these. I'm just going to grab all... I don't think I'm going to need that many, but we're going to grab them anyway. Just for now. I've been using stripped oak logs for the... there we go. Like right there, you can see there's a little bit of stripped oak peeking out right there. I've been using them as sort of like beams, like support structures for the builds, for the houses. So I think we're going to keep going with that, and we're going to end up using the oak for the roof as well. So we'll take that out. And I think we need some fences. I'm pretty sure I have some oak fences over here. I feel like I saw a whole bunch of them. I keep moving my little chest monster all over the place, everywhere I go. Here we go. Yeah, some oak fences. There's probably way more than we'll need, actually. Let's grab these two. And random oak logs in there. I didn't know they were there. I know I have jungle in here because I've been using them to make sticks. And here's the rest of my oak and spruce. Yep, that's pretty much it. These other ones are stone and cobblestone. Okay, so we've got some wood. That's good. And we're probably going to need some glowstone at some point. And actually, we'll grab these as well. Bushes never can hurt. I don't know if we're going to need... Well, we're going to put in a door eventually, but we can hold off on that for now. Now, the location that we build... I'll take these. And I'm going to need more cobble, ain't I? Yeah, let's grab more cobble. I'm going to keep in the same general vein, like the same design style pretty much that I've been using elsewhere. And just see how it turns out. Now, the actual location of the building doesn't really matter. It can really be anywhere in here, so I'm just gonna be like right here. Like let's just do it right here. We'll just route over the storage over here however we need to. It really doesn't matter. Because what I'm going to end up doing is filling in this front area with like tents and like market stalls and stuff. So it's not like it's going to crowd anything, I guess. So let's get started here. I want my oak stairs, or not oak stairs, my oak logs. Let me hang on my picture. I'd get my picture back. There you go. And oak fences. Now, the build I'm going to be making here is essentially the blacksmith shop from the Skyrim video game in Whiterun. And this is going to be... I do not have anything planned, so this is completely improv right here. So let's see, I want 5 beams. Now, these are going to be kind of skinny beams because there's like this porch type thing, or not really even a porch because it's like right down on the ground, but it's covered. And it looks like it wraps around the side of the building. I don't know how far, but we'll go that far for now. And let's see, how wide? Let's give it like a 2-block distance. I feel like that's appropriate. And let's see, how do we want to play this? See, the hard thing is figuring out the Minecraft dimensions. It's very tricky to get that right. I'm trying to use these posts to frame it just right too. Let's just do that. I'd like to put in some windows, but it doesn't look like there's actually any windows in the picture here, so it doesn't really matter. Now the design it's not going to end up looking, 100% the same, but that's okay. So let's do this. Get rid of that torch, it's in the way. I don't know how far back it needs to go. And I just realized that's going to give us like a 3, well, I mean, we are going to put some, maybe we'll just do that. 2 blocks between each one. That seems reasonable, which means no windows whatsoever. Which, hey, it's fine. It's not the end of the world to not have any windows. Usually I try to go in odd numbers, like 3 or 5 or 7. But 2's okay. 2's okay. We can. There is a second story on this building, so we can put some windows up there. Now there's going to be a covered section over here, and it's kind of hard to tell how far or like where it starts, but I think right here seems reasonable. And maybe something like that. And then, oops, that's not right. Get rid of that. Now, the picture I have is only of the front side, so the back side is pretty much however I want to do it. So I'm trying to decide, I don't want this to be just one square, you know, we want to stay away from the square box shapes. So maybe we can do something kind of original back here. Let's get rid of that and instead go here. And no, then we'll go back a little bit more. Right there, and then maybe bring it in. Just trying to give it a little bit of an interesting shape. Get rid of that. This, and that. There. Well, it's not. It's still not the most interesting shape, but at least it's not just a square. All right. Now we need some spruce. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's bring all of these up. Alrighty, so now we've got them all up to level or to a height of 5 blocks, and we want to use some spruce on top of the cobble wall down there. That cobble's just essentially just the foundation of the building. The spruce is going to be the actual walls, which reminds me I need some oak slabs for the floor. We can get to that in a minute. Now I want there to be 2 stairs there. That'll be the doorway. We'll just have a double door or whatever. So let's bring this right here. Do I have stairs? I don't. Okay. Why do I not have stairs? Actually, let's quickly make sure I don't already... There we go. Stairs. And let's grab the slabs while we're at it. And let's just do some slabs of those as well. Just in case. Oops, don't throw that. We're gonna need that. We don't have wood to be thrown around. Let's just slab off the floor here real quick. Alrighty, so now we've got the floor in place. Let's climb back up here and continue raising this area here. Now I do want there to be upside down stairs above the door, just to give it a little extra frame. And we're going to bring the spruce up to the level of the oak beams here. All the way around. Whoops, there we go. And normally I would put spruce stairs right side up as well as upside down, to similar to the door over there, to give the shape of windows. But since we went with odd sizes here, or even sizes here with the 2 wide between each beam, that's not really going to be possible. Now, one thing I do like doing is to add upside down stairs in the gaps here, all the way around. Alrighty, and then we can start working on the roof, which I think we're going to need some more oak. So we'll just do that. And let's see, I want there to be actually a very gentle slope for the first part of the roof, because we do have these beams here that we need to actually take up a little higher. So I'm just going to put that there temporarily to get me on here. Let's see, how high should we take it? Maybe up to 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe? 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to do a slab. And I want there to be the slab incline, similar to this, but I feel like that's not steep enough. Let's do this, and, well, I guess just do that. Yeah, that should probably work. And we'll just take it all the way down. Okay, so now we've got this covered up. I've left a little bit of a gap here because I need to put the real roof in place around this area. And we also need to do the little, the smaller one over here. I just don't even know what to call them, really. So let's put that there so we can climb on. And 1, 2, 3. And nailed it. And then add our little cover here. And I go one past the post just to add to the effect a little bit. And we're gonna have to clean up these edges here probably, but we'll take a look at that here in a little bit. Let's bring that over, and then honestly that might be it. Let's grab this, tear down that. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Now let's take a look at the second floor, because we do have a second floor in here. Or at least, from the outside, it would at least have the appearance of having a second floor, even if it doesn't really, and my tablet just went to sleep again. Stop it. So we're gonna need some more posts, and of course I turned all my oak into blocks so that I could make more slabs. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Nothing like some fish. Let's get some more oak, and just grab those. Don't know how much I'll end up needing. And let's put some posts in here. They'll pretty much be on level with the existing posts, which means I may need to bring back, yeah, this here and that. And yeah, we'll do that one too. And same on this side. So that it kind of looks like the roof kind of curves into the posts from the outside, because ultimately we're going to be stripping these like this. And that. And then we have the spruce coming up behind it like this. So let me do this section of the build real quick. Okay, so I remembered why I hate working in in even numbers, because it makes this roof design pretty much impossible. So I've gone ahead and widened the building by 1 block, giving it a 3-block center point here, the doors down there as well. And I've got the basic start of a roof shape right here. It's going to be a pretty small roof up here. Just basically just capping off the top of the second floor here. Now we need to bring this out here to there, and same on this side, because this is a roof. It does a weird thing here. It just kind of curves right around, because you got a flat spot on this side, and you're gonna have a flat spot on this side as well. And this is actually the smaller of the two. So let's see. We're gonna need that, and then just very standard roof slope here. A nice, a pretty tall one actually. I may, you know what? If I have to go from here to there, maybe I'll just go at a direct 90 or whatever degree angle it is. I'm brain farting on it right now, but let's do this, that. We'll just do this all the way across. There's our roof. We've got a pretty perfectly steady slope here. We've got the higher arched type slope here. I prefer the higher arch slope. It's what I used pretty much on all of those houses over there. However, with the size of this building, the roof would just be way too steep at that point. And maybe it makes more sense for these cheaper housing to have more plain roofs anyway. Now I haven't done the walls in here, and because I did this bit here that juts out, the wall over here is going to be kind of weird, to be honest. So we'll have to figure something out right there. But I want to do this front section first, and I think we're just going to go ahead and close it off completely. Well, let's see. Can we get away with a window right there, maybe? Maybe if we stick a stair there and there. Is it? What block is that? If I break that, can you see the sky? Can you see that at all? Let's climb up here and see what that actually is. Oh, yep, we do. We do. So we could have it like this and just pretend that you can't see that bit there. I mean, realistically, from way down on the ground, it's really not that noticeable. So maybe we can get away with that. Just leave it as it is. Another option would be to use a full block there instead of a stair. Not sure which one I like better. For now, we'll just leave it like this, though. And we need to take care of the upper walls here. So let me fill in this wall here. I'll probably put a window up there. And then I'm going to have to figure out some sort of fancy footwork over here for this odd attachment to the building. So let me take care of that, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so there we have it. I think I'm pretty satisfied with this roof shape. There's a few parts that are a little weird, I guess. Speaking of which, let's fill that right there because it looks silly. And you know, I probably need to do. Actually, no, I don't, because I capped that off. That's right. So I've got two windows up on that side. I only put one on the other side because we had that weird bit of the wall that juts out and kind of covers it up, so there was no way to put a window right behind there. But I do have the one here. I went ahead and extended this overhang all the way to the edge here so that it doesn't leave any gaps or anything. And I think I'm pretty happy with this shape overall. Now, I do want to add some glowstone. This is something I did with all the houses up next to the cathedral, was to dig out all the way around the foundation, put a glowstone down there, and then put a bush, or well, you know, leaf block on top to simulate bushes, as well as giving some extra lighting for the surrounding area. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alrighty, so our bushes are in place. There's going to be some sort of like outside area here with, I'll probably just put an anvil down and maybe like a cauldron of lava or something like that. Not really a cauldron because I don't think you can actually put lava in cauldrons, but I'll put some sort of smelty area looking thing over there. There's nothing really in the picture other than the tools on this side that really mark it as being a blacksmith. I think in the story, a lot of the shopkeepers live inside their shops. So realistically, you'd probably come in here, you'd be able to buy things, and then there'd be like a second floor up there where like the shop owner would live. So there isn't really anything. I mean, it's essentially just a house that, you know, you sell things out of. So I think we're pretty much done on the outside, you know, other than throwing down the anvil and whatnot. The inside, I'm not going to really decorate either. I'll fix up the ceiling in here to make it look better. But we're going to have to bring the loot from the iron farm in here somewhere. What I'll probably end up doing, I mean, because it's just poppies and iron, you just need, you know, a couple double chests for each of them, and you'll be, you know, good to go. Now, it gets kind of narrow over here, so I don't think we could really do anything with that, but I could probably put some hoppers, you know, redstone-y bits up here, and then just a row of chests here, or I could instead, if I wanted to sort it, filter it out, the poppies versus the iron, I could put the redstone back here, which effectively kind of closes this area off entirely, and then have the chests right here. So you just walk in and bam, you've got your chests. And maybe there'd be like a one wide walk area right here in case I need to do like maintenance or anything like that. And this is actually the perfect shape to like put a pillar right here and then like a spiral staircase going around, because there is a pretty good sized space up there underneath the ceiling. So we could have a second floor up there for, you know, whatever we wanted. But I'm going to go ahead and do all the redstone stuff off camera. So I think this build is by and large complete. I do need to get some iron bars into the windows, of course. But I think I like how it turned out. And for the first building, I think I'm pretty happy. It needs some touching up. I need to put some things around the edges and everything. But unfortunately, I think I'm pretty much out of time. The internet problems I was running into earlier kind of took a chunk out of my evening. I'm recording this Friday night right before this episode. I have to get this rendered. I have to get it edited, and then I have to upload it overnight so you guys have it tomorrow morning. I'll tomorrow, now that the Vastin series is done, this series is essentially my only one for now, which means that I can put more focus into it. So I'm planning on spending a lot of time tomorrow working on our next episode, maybe do a time lapse. If I can get things set up just the way I've been wanting to do a time lapse for about 2 weeks, especially like with the cathedral. That would have been a nice project to do a time lapse on. But maybe I can do a time lapse of this area here with me building more structures like this and adding better light sources than all this torch spam. But I'm going to go ahead and put this door in, put the buttons down, put in some windows, touch up a few things. But for now, I think we're just going to call it and see where it takes us with our next episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you keep on coming back for more as we race the clock to get this base done in time for the season end tours. So I hope you have a fantastic time, and I will see you later. Bye!